creepy last words people said right before dying. Former police officer and Catholic author Jesse Romero said that when he was 21 years old, he was working as a deputy sheriff in the Los Angeles County Jail. He said that back then he was a lukewarm Catholic. He had gone to Catholic school and went to Mass every Sunday with his family, but he said that he felt like his heart really wasn't there and he was just going through the motions. He was working in the mentally ill offenders unit, which was where they held all the psychopaths, serial killers, and mass murderers. He was tasked with watching these prisoners, taking them out to the yard, feeding them, etc. One day, he asked his lieutenant where he could read about these guys. He wanted to know exactly what they had done. His lieutenant showed him where the file cabinet was with the information on the prisoners, and he said that within 3 weeks, he had read the entire thing. He said that he realized that at least half the inmates in their psych reports, probation reports, and arrest reports were claiming that they had killed their victim or victims for Satan. Some of the prisoners were still fighting their cases, and others were waiting to get sentenced to life in prison or death row. Jesse said that he was freaked out. He was 21 years old at the time, and he had no idea that people actually killed for the devil. One day, he went to Mass on a Sunday right before he went into work. He said that he remembered the second reading that the priest gave from 1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 3, where St. Paul says that nobody can say Jesus Christ is Lord except by the power of the Holy Spirit. Jesse remembered thinking to himself, that's not true. Anyone can say Jesus Christ is Lord. He decided to do an experiment. He said that he was thinking to himself, there's a bunch of murderers here that are satanic and other murderers that aren't. Jesse said that he decided to see if the Bible was right. And while he was walking to the cells to give the prisoners their food, he decided to start asking them if they could say Jesus is Lord. He remembered the first guy was a black Crip who had killed another man over narcotics. He asked him, "Hey Robinson, can you say Jesus is Lord?" Robinson responded, "What for, officer?" And Jesse said, "I'll give you an extra portion." "Sure, Jesus is Lord." He went to the next cell, a Mexican gang member who had killed a rival in a drive-by shooting. The man asked him, "What's it going to cost me, officer?" He said, "You'll get some extra food tonight." The prisoner said, "No problem. Jesus is Lord." Next cell, he asked a tatted Hell's Angel member who had killed people as an enforcer for the Hell's Angels. He told him he would get extra food, and the man said, "Jesus is Lord, officer." Next cell, the satanic serial killer, Richard Ramirez, called the Night Stalker. Jesse said, "Ramirez, here's your lunch. Can you say Jesus is Lord?" "Maybe. What's it going to cost me, officer?" Jesse said, "I'll give you some extra food tonight. I'll go down to the officer's dining room and bring you a Thanksgiving meal." "No problem." Jesse said that Richard Ramirez tried to say Jesus is Lord, but all of a sudden, his eyes rolled back and he fell into a trance. According to Jesse, Richard Ramirez started grabbing at his neck as if he was choking. His mouth looked like it was wired shut. And if that's not creepy enough, Jesse said that when his eyes came back, they were jet black. Jesse said that his sergeant was behind him and he started freaking out. He said, "Hey, Romero, knock it off. This guy's choking." Jesse said that Richard Ramirez was in so much pain that he fell to one knee as he struggled to say, "Jesus is Lord." Jesse slid him his food and left. Richard Ramirez was later convicted and sentenced to death. He died while awaiting execution.